The Moto 360 has been out for over a week now and is the best smartwatch you can get to date. However, Apple has recently unveiled the Apple Watch, and its popularity is already slowly creeping its way to the throne without even being launched. So, let's take what we already know about the two devices and put them neck to neck. This is Moto 360 versus the Apple Watch. The Moto 360 is a truly masterful piece of kit. The device comes in a stainless steel case, has 3 leather band options, and is rocking a 320 by 290 LCD backlit display. The screen fares well in direct sunlight and sports Gorilla Glass 3 with an IP67 rating for a bit of a beating underwater or on your wrist. And did I forget to mention, it has a round display. Sure, a piece of it is missing, but it still looks more like a traditional watch compared to its competitors. Unlike the Moto 360, Apple went with a more square curved screen rather than a round one. The Apple Watches will be made with sapphire glass and is a retina display, which makes it stronger and clearer than the 360. The Apple Watch comes in gold and stainless steel versions and will have over 15 watch bands to choose from. The watch is also waterproof and will come in 2 different sizes. Personally, I like the aesthetics of the 360 more than I do the Apple Watch, but ultimately that's up to personal preference. Quite frankly, design isn't really all about aesthetics. Design is what makes up a device, and the Sapphire HD display and the variety of customizable choices with the Apple Watch makes it really hard to pick any of the designs for the Moto 360 or the Apple Watch. The Moto 360 is running Android Wear and pairs with Android KitKat or higher. Android Wear runs on a card system and doesn't really have a home screen. Android Wear organizes your information, suggests what you need, and shows it to you before you even ask. You can get messages from your friends, appointment notifications, weather updates, and more from your phone using Bluetooth. OK Google is built into the system for voice chat, and Google expects you to use this feature over anything else. The Moto 360 really only has 3 sources of input: touch, voice, sleep and wake menu button on the side, and nothing else. Apple, however, turns away from that completely. Aside from your phone sending information to your watch like the 360, Apple treats the Apple Watch as both your companion and a standalone device as well. Apple's new operating system features a new user interface, and instead of your phone throwing information to your watch like the Moto 360, the Apple Watch has dedicated apps that you can choose from. The Apple Watch also comes with a digital crown, which will make scrolling and zooming a lot easier. Apple also threw in a pressure-sensitive screen for additional sources of input. Both Android Wear and Apple Watch's OS will feature about the same stuff. One has Google Now, another has Siri. They both receive updates from their phone. You can send information to each device such as music or photos or messages, but this is where the Apple Watch begins to really shine. Unlike Moto 360, you can pay merchants using NFC. There's also a new way to communicate with friends and family. There's a dedicated app on the watch itself to track fitness, and a lot more stuff that an Android Wear device just cannot do. For example, remote camera or Apple TV navigation, radio, etc, etc. There's also a reason why I said Android Wear device cannot do and not Moto 360, and that's because Android Wear is a software made by Google, something Moto cannot change and could be changed in the future. But for now, Apple does take this round. Even though the Moto 360 is the pinnacle of design for smartwatches everywhere, it lacks some features and controls that the Apple Watch promises. However, a lot of the features can be solved in a later update, and after all, you want your watch to look beautiful on your wrist. All watches tell the time, but when a watch does it beautifully, well, it gets my vote. All in all, these devices are the first generation and could be, rather will be improved on later on. If you're looking for a design, Moto 360 is still the way to go. If you're looking for features, well, you might want to reconsider. Remember though, a lot can be solved in a later update, and the 360 is actually $100 cheaper than the Apple Watch. My name is Nicholas Marsley, and you have a good one.